Alright, what's going on everybody? So on Friday, Funimation premiered the first episode of the Scarlet Nexus anime ahead of its official broadcast date of July 1st. I just got finished watching the first episode and wanted to quickly give you guys my first impressions of the series premiere. The first episode focuses mostly on the male protagonist from the game, Yuito Sumeragi, and his friend Nagi Carmen on the day that they become official members of the Other Suppression Force, commonly referred to as the OSF. At the beginning of the episode and throughout it, we get to see a brief flashback of Yuito being saved by a mysterious female OSF agent. In addition to introducing other characters from Yuito's squad, this episode also introduces the female protagonist, Kasane Randall, and touches briefly on her backstory. This had a lot of familiar elements I've seen in other animes, such as the main character being saved by a mysterious or simply extremely skilled character. I've seen this in so many anime, including World Trigger and Listeners. Speaking of World Trigger, this show seems very similar to that series in many ways. There are different squads and ranks within the OSF, much like with Border in that series. The OSF serve to protect the world from creatures falling from the sky called Others in the same way Border protects the world from invading neighbors in World Trigger. The futuristic world of Scarlet Nexus does have a distinct look to it, and the Others shown in this episode have a unique design accompanied by a creepy laugh. It's mentioned early in the episode that Yuito's psionic level is low, which if I had to guess just means he's weak. This might be another thing that the show has in common with World Trigger, since Osamu isn't the most skilled border agent out there. Anyway, the episode doesn't waste any time introducing us to the main cast and some supporting characters, some of which you're already probably familiar with if you played the demo for the game. I appreciate that the show didn't waste a lot of time with exposition setting up the world and everything. The explanation of the world and the vital role the members of the OSF play in protecting humanity are all conveyed naturally through Yuito's older brother, the Supreme Commander's induction speech. Quick side note, I do wonder whether the anime or the game will have a moment where someone questions whether Yuito is fit to be an agent, whether because of him being underpowered or assumed nepotism, given that his relatives hold high positions. There was also a moment in the episode where people on the news were commenting about his low psionic power, so it's possible that they will go down that route. I noticed a few common character archetypes such as the shy and soft-spoken Tsugumi Nazar from Yuito's squad, but no one really stood out so far, which is okay. I'm not saying that the characters were bland, I'm just saying that there wasn't a character that made me go, okay, I really dig this character, I really like this character. The characters were fine so far, although I did find it kind of amusing that Nagi was calling dibs on a chick that he hadn't formally met prior to their first encounter with the Others as agents. Although the episode mostly focused on Yuito and his teammates, we did get a taste of Kasane and Naomi's relationship, as well as the setup for Kasane's mysterious dreams. I didn't get to play Kasane's part of the demo yet, unfortunately, so I'm not sure how different their dynamic is from the game, but here, Kasane is acting like an overprotective sister. I have a rough idea where they might go with that aspect of that relationship, which might seem cliche based off of what I'm thinking right now, but it all depends on how they handle it. I do like the idea of her being this overprotective sister though. As Yuito and Nagi are being introduced to their squad, they're sent out to eliminate others that are dropping from the sky. A lot of psychic abilities are shown off throughout the episode, but unfortunately none of the SAS system, which allows squad mates to use each other's abilities. I thought that the action was serviceable at best, nothing really mind-blowing. Not really sure about the scenes where the characters and the others are on a red background. I'll reserve my judgment until I see more action scenes like that, but it just kinda doesn't really look too appealing to me. Also, while the 2D animation looks good, I can't really say I like the CG. If you watched any of my reviews before, then you should know I'm not a big fan of CG. The others are completely CG, which I'm guessing is just to save money. I don't like it when shows mix 2D animation and CG because it often doesn't look right, but here they try to avoid doing that when they can. There is a point where the visor thing on the OSF members comes up and then the characters are completely done in CG. These instances allow them to avoid mixing the two styles, but there are still times where the two coexist in the same scene. Besides that, I thought that the presentation was alright. The episode ends hinting at a big conspiracy that is sure to unravel as the show progresses, and they might be hinting at some connection between Kasane and Yuito. Overall, I thought that the first episode was okay. It did what it needed to do. It set up the characters in the world and a few mysteries, but it didn't really do a lot new. If you've seen the first episode, let me know what you guys thought about it in the comment section below. As always, if there's an anime or manga you would like for me to do a review or a first impressions on, consider joining the channel or donating via PayPal or becoming a patron at patreon.com/FEARnoHate. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time.